You guys.
Hi, guys.
It has been a past couple of weeks.
It has. I thought you were talking about just, yeah. No,
well, we'll get into what we just talked about, but it has been a fucking, dude, I was so sick. You got COVID. I got bronchitis.
And I got COVID for 4 days, you guys.
Yeah, you got.
That was insane.
Dude, we got fucked up the last few weeks. That was, Jesus Christ. I was so depressed.
I know.
That was horrible. That whatever I had, that was a nightmare.
I know. And you couldn't even be we wanted you to be in the Parallel Play show and you couldn't even do it.
I couldn't do shit.
Because you had that horrendous coffee.
That cough, couldn't fucking breathe. Couldn't even I was short of breath.
I know.
I'm actually surprised at how it's pretty all gone now. I have lingering coffee.
Do you still have the inhaler?
Yeah, but I haven't been using it.
Oh, she's a bad girl.
Lungs got big and strong again.
See ya, toots.
Cut all my hair off. Well, didn't cut all my hair off. Got my extensions taken out. And my hair looked like the rattiest shit you'd ever seen. So we went chop, chop, honk.
But it looks mad thicky now.
Does it look mad thicky?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get some blonde highlights soon.
Sick.
Feeling a little grandma-y, but it's ready. Yeah.
You think it's grandma because of the color or the length?
Color. I think blonde would be a little bit more youthful looking. This feels a little
I forgot remember when RIP, but remember when Lee would always say that your hair wasn't blonde when he was producing this?
Yeah, because he's colorblind.
And your hair, when you posted that picture, I think he started gaslighting me because I was like, damn, I don't remember your hair being that blonde.
It was so blonde.
It was giving Pam.
Yeah.
Anderson. Okay. Well, those are pretty big updates.
Big updates.
Yeah.
You got any to fill the honks in on?
Let's see. Well, I just brought it up, so it's on my mind. But yeah, the Parallel Play show was a success in LA. We're doing it in New York. We're doing 2. Sold out the first one. There's an early show at 5 p.m. Honks. So if you want to come down to Brooklyn at Union Hall, we'd love to see you.
Can I tell you? I actually forgot to tell you this.
Oh my God.
Now that we're talking about it, I read a comment on a video that I was in on from a long time ago.
From where?
On one of the Parallel Play ones. It pissed me off so bad. This guy was like,
what?
Because he was like, is this a new roommate? Is she funny?
Oh.
And I was like, oh. Oh.
No, it's okay. Kate and I, we do a YouTube video together every single week. And whenever we post, it's always the same guy. He's like, Kate, take it from me. You gotta lose the dead weight. I don't know what this girl's doing in your room, but you gotta get her out of there. And I go, I live with her and I work with her.
These guys are out of control.
No, because I'm actually horny.
New roommate. Who is she? Is she funny? No. Not a new roommate, but no, she's not funny. So.
No, you're a new roommate. Just moved in.
In a way, could be true.
In the way that we're always reinventing ourselves, there's some newness.
Now I've got some questions.
Well, I actually have one for you, so that's too bad. Oh. I just cucked you. You just got cucked. You little bottom bitch.
That's when I just cucked you.
Why did you take out your lip ring? I loved the lip ring.
To be honest, I mean, I still have it. I'll put it back in. I just was kind of over it.
Really?
Every time I looked at myself, I was like, bitch, you look kind of scary. And I just wanted to
Is that what you thought? Or is that because someone said something?
No, I thought it.
It's because someone said something. I knew it.
No, but it's also because I kind of thought it.
Can I say, and this is coming from love, you got to learn to stand on business.
Listen, I also, it kind of gets in the way. So I was like, let me just give it a little break. I'll put it back in a couple months. I wanted to switch it out.
A couple months. God, you guys.
You don't like it?
I knew it's because.
I like the stud. I think it's cute.
Okay. If you like it, I love it. And I want you to be happy. But I'm just saying.
You like the ring.
But it's also not my tea. This is your thing. But I'm just saying don't cuck to me and don't cuck to that other shrew.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I knew. Oh.
Who do you think said something? How did you know?
Because this person has said things to you before and then you're like, oh, I randomly think I'm going to do this now. Completely unrelated to the piece of the little tidbit.
How did you literally know?
Because I know my fucking honky and
That's
I know.
Hilarious.
I have someone.
She said that she was like, I mean, the eyebrow piercing is cool if you're 17 and the lip one makes you look scary. I was like.
Yeah, well, do you want to dress? Actually, you know what?
I will put it back in. I like the ring too.
Be mean.
I like the ring too. But I do know that I do look a little scary.
Yeah, you have you have a distinct look. You have neck tattoos. You look edgy.
Thin eyebrows.
You look fucking edgy, but it's also like, yeah, and you know that, and it looks cool. Do you look like you're going to be serving out treats at the local church, the local Christian church? Not in this lifetime, Toots.
Sometimes I go through phases, though, where I go, I wish I looked a little more wholesome. Like, I look at these tattoos and I go, the neck was a lot.
I think because you read too much into what people, like, rattle off about.
Do you want to know what?
Am I
You're right.
I am right.
No, you are right.
Unfortunately, I'm very right.
Because then I'll see people who are heavily tattooed and I'm like, that looks so good.
No, you love it, Gab. This is like, look,
I do. I love it.
This is thousands of dollars you have on your body of art, and it looks amazing.
And then it's funny because then I go, I wish I didn't have these. And then I'll be like, nah, I want to fucking fill in more.
Yeah. And honestly, if that's what you want, you should do it. I'm a big believer in just do what you want. As someone who, you want to know who I cook to? Because we just posted an old episode while we were sick. I was looking back through old episodes to like find one to post. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even fully realize it, but I was cucking to a version, like, what am I trying to say? I was cucking to my mom, essentially, for how she wanted me to look.
Oh, I do, yeah.
And the second that I ditched that, now I'm like, oh, wow, like, I love the way I dress. I love the way my hair is. Like, I was only blonde because my mom was like, you look hideous any other color. Like, it needs to be bleach fried blonde for you to be a beautiful, beautiful girl.
No, the dark is good.
I love the dark.
I love the dark, too. I really like the dark. I will say I did like the highlights a lot on mine. I did like the blonde. The blonde is cute.
Tell your journal.
So true.
Tell your journal. But all I know is the lip ring is really cool, and you have and you look great without it. But I'm just saying, I had a sneaking suspicion.
It's funny, when I did put this one back in, my boyfriend was like, aw, I like the hoop.
I know, the hoop is cool. That's why I was like, Hunk, you okay? Or don't. And also, just remember, you're the one that has to look at yourself every day. So if you like it, that's literally all that matters.
I do go through phases of like not liking it, and then I was like, okay, fine, I'll take it off for a little bit.
I know your lying voice, and everyone else does too.
Literally so untrue.
So untrue. You're giving gay right now, but that's okay.
Okay, no, you're giving gay.
Oh, I'm always giving fucking gay. But
that's so true because you are fucking gay. Okay, wait.
We have to tell you something.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
What?
I like your eye makeup.
Thank you, Honk. I tried something a little different.
What'd you do? Why does it look like that?
I don't know. That was funny. Why does it look like this? Because I put eyeliner on my waterline.
What's up with You're lucky you don't have fucking hooded eyes, dude. You have all of the space. You have that like really nice eye shape that pisses me off because it's like I
like that we're giving each other compliments right now by being like, hey, look the way you want to fucking look because it looks fucking good. Like,
yeah, well, because you don't have fucking sag eyes, dude.
Sag eyes?
Yes, look, I have hooded eyes. You know, they droop down.
Honk, you have gorgina eyes.
Yeah, but I have the sag. It sags. You don't have it. You have like the deep set, lifted up eyes. It's like, for me to get that, I'd have to get a facelift.
You have voluptuous eyes.
That's horrendous. Nobody wants to have voluptuous eyes.
You don't know what I want.
You don't want sagging eyelids. And you want to know how I know you don't want sagging eyelids? Because my mom has sagging eyelids, and they get worse. She had to get a fucking my mom got an eye lift. Yeah.
So I'll probably have to get one.
No, because you don't have sagging eyelids.
Well, not right now.
No,
at a young,
your build isn't like that.
I'm a very youthful 31. But who knows where I'll be at 42.
All I know is that you don't have to do the puppy dog eyeliner, which is a new thing I've learned on TikTok.
Oh, where you draw it down?
Yeah, because your fucking eyelids don't sag in your nostrils.
Oh, well, sweet girl, that's not what you're dealing with.
I'm on to you.
I don't ever want you to wink at me ever again. New boundary.
I'm on to you.
Don't fake cough. I just want y'all to know I saw her just now. That was a fake cough.
So we could get into the subject right away, but I also wanted to kind of go on. You were saying that you don't think that you'll ever have kids. You don't think that it's something you'll ever see for yourself.
Okay. So yes, I was saying this right before we started recording. Honestly, you guys, too bad you guys missed out because we kind of had a mini podcast before this podcast. It was really good. But my parents, I think I've talked about on here, are getting divorced. And so this is like the last time they're ever. Okay. finally joining the club of the rest of you broken fucks. But broken home, sweetie. But so my parents are getting divorced, and so they're clearing out their apartment and they're not going to live there anymore. And it kind of has been feeling nice to like just kind of finally close that chapter and
legit,
you know, just no more fighting and what. And they were getting along great because they're no longer married. But you know, we're going through boxes and boxes of stuff, and I find all of these like little baby clothes, and they're my brother and I's. And my mom asked me, and she was like, "Do you think you're going to have kids?" And I just looked at her and I'm like, no, I sincerely don't. I felt it just like deep in my bones. And that kind of made me sad to say in a way, but I don't know. It just seems true. And I'm also not even mad about it.
Yeah, because you've also never expressed a deep wanting to have kids ever.
No. Because it's going to sound like I'm being facetious, but I'm being 100% serious. If I had a son, I would be horrified that he was going to be a raper. And that's a legitimate.
So, I mean, yeah.
Because think about even the nicest guys, you know, like, there's just sometimes they just do something a little creepy. And like,
just love to pressure. There's always just a little bit of pressuring from men, no matter how nice.
Yeah. And then if I had a daughter, think of every single thing you've ever gone through. And I feel.
Well, it's fun.
Hey, well, we all know what you enjoy.
Being a woman has been nothing but easy.
We know what you enjoy. No, but okay, I'm kind of taking a gnarly approach, but and also from the conversation we were having in the car about like me going off on you guys, I talked to ChatGPT for like an hour the other night talking about the end of the world.
Incel.
And at first, I know, but it didn't want to. It's funny because I was asking it business questions at first because my buddy told me, he was like, "Oh, this has been really helping me with social media, and it's been helping me with, you know, like organizing my finances and da 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 da." And I was like, okay. So I did it for like 2 questions, and then I said, no, let's get into the real deal. When is the human race going to be obsolete? Because I know it is going to happen.
Oh, it will.
Fuck you. Tell me, robot. And then it was at first it wasn't wanting. I think I was telling you like it didn't want to answer, and then it did, and then I was also just like, I don't know. I feel like I don't feel the need to like procreate.
Yeah, because it is kind of tragic.
It's
tragic.
Someone, I think it was Kareem. He does the Subway hot takes. I love those videos. But he reposted something of this guy said, he was like, there is no going back from what is happening. He's like, we have become so desensitized to tragedy. He was like, the pollution is at an all-time high. No one bats an eye over genocide anymore. No. Like he's like it's just like words that have gone numb. And he was like, and it shouldn't be. He was like, but unfortunately, he's like, it's only going to get worse. He's like, especially because online is becoming more real than real life is.
Technology has completely obliterated. Social media has completely obliterated our. I think honestly it's like depriving us of empathy.
That's exactly what this guy was saying in that post. And honestly, ChatGPT was saying something similar. Yeah. It was like
it's not looking good.
ChatGPT said that the human ego is the worst weapon of all. And I was like, well, I think you are, but that's okay.
But and honestly, and the only reason you're talking to ChatGPT is because somebody invented it.
Right. I know. Yeah. And then I deleted it off my phone because I got scared. All this to say, going back to it.
You don't want to have kids.
Well, when I was looking at like pictures of my parents too, and like they just at first they looked so happy, and like it, you know, my little brother and I are like and they're like living in like a little tiny like crab shack. It's like they're like poor, but it's just so happy, and it was really sweet. And then over the years, like when things get really dark, their smiles leave, and then there's no smiling pictures, and then there's no pictures altogether through like a chunk of time
because children inevitably rip joy from you.
that is very true. But it's also like, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of disorganized with this thought process, Honk, but basically I don't believe I'm gonna have kids. If I was with someone and they really wanted to, I would do it if that's like what they really wanted to, but if it's just up to me, I'm good. I also I don't know if I could be like a good mother and I know a bunch of like performing artists do it. Like they have kids and like they're on the road and this and that. But for me, for what I would want to give to my child, I don't know if I could be able to deliver the the quality of parenting.
Yeah.
If I'm like, God willing, like on the road a lot, or like, like traveling all the time.
Literally why I got an abortion.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't. And, it's funny because it is like the thing people will be like, it's so selfish of you, obviously like retarded pro-life people. And they're like, so selfish of you to take another life. I'm like, I care about the future of my, like, of my child enough to know that today is not a good day for it. Like, I will not be able, because I really do want to have kids.
You do.
I do. And it's like, that was, that is a hard part about getting an abortion. Because like, when you want to have kids and like, you have to, you can't right now because I just can't. It's like, it is sad. It's sad to be like, damn, like I do really want kids, but like not today.
Mm-hmm.
And, but when I made that choice, I was just like, yeah, I know I can't do this right now because I would not be able to give this child the life that I want to give it. And I know everybody's like, yeah, you figure it out. But it's like, no, I'm not going to figure it out in the position that I'm in right now.
Right.
Bitch, like I'm selling my pussy on Instagram, on
Insta,
on OnlyFans,
on TikTok Live,
and it's like, and I live with you and Kate, like, no. And
You're
then
welcome.
It's like and then like, my boyfriend, like, what, we're not going to scramble to find a place to like have a baby when he's not even ready to have it. It's just like, no, like that would be torturous and nightmarish to do to my child.
100%. It's like what you did was an act of love.
Right. And to me that like people don't see that. They see it just like straight up as murder because they're like, no, that's so insensitive. Da-da-da. It's like, no, what's more insensitive is is putting your like your shit on a baby.
But I think yes, Honk, yes. And I think that's because there's a real lack of empathy for women.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's just like, no, I like I said, I care about the life of my future child enough to know that like I can give it a better life than what I'd be able to give it now. It's just not.
And
it ain't it.
And this is part of my reasoning to not have it too. Like I feel like I love my future baby so much that I'm not going to have it.
Yeah.
That's how much I love you. I won't even put you through this.
Yeah, that's true too. That's the one thing too that would keep me from having kids. But like, I just have that thing where I'm like, I really want kids.
Yeah. And
I don't know why. I just do.
That's okay.
But it does feel selfish because I do look at like my own life and I'm like, this hasn't been easy. And it's like not exactly fun.
But life is, I think, way more. No, okay, now we're getting like, very spiritual, but also let's do it. But I think life is so much more than like the darkness that we've just mentioned. Like there's there's nuances and there's so much beauty. And like, again, going through my parents' pictures in the garage, I found like pictures of my grandparents when they were kids. And I'm like, this is beautiful. This is like a family.
It's true. Yeah.
At least in like these like little captured moments. that's magic. And that like, especially when there's like sweet love there, that's amazing. And especially when you can make it with your family. But anyway, but I just think that's so real.
Yeah.
But then I think it just raises the argument, is there more bad than good? Is it worth it?
It's funny. I don't know, because then I think about, I think most people think this when they have kids. They're like, I'm going to do it differently than my parents did it. And I'm like, yeah, like if I have kids, I ain't my mom. I mean, I am, but I'm like not going to do, I know like how tortured I was because of her. I'm like, no, it'll be different. Like I will like implement.
But it's like, then you're going to fuck it up in a different way. And which is normal. Because again, you're a human being, and like to be human is to be flawed. And
well, not me, but.
Oh, you wish. I will say, again, going through these pictures, I had this moment where I found this picture of my mom and my dad holding me, and I'm like fresh out, and they were kind of smiling, but you can just see that they're just new parents and they look scared,
terrified,
and that gave me such an overwhelming like tidal wave of empathy for them. And obviously, I know like your parents are just people, like you kind of like sever the idea that they're these superheroes like when you're a child, or like when you're like coming out of childhood, but. When I looked at this picture, and my mom and I had just gotten into an argument that day, and I was like, God damn it. She like really annoyed me. And when I was looking at this picture, I'm like, they don't know what they're doing. Like that no one knows what they're fucking doing. And like my parents have fucked up, but like they've also atoned for it. And I'm very lucky that they've even apologized at all. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Wow.
Sorry. Did I just make it weird?
No, it's giving atonement.
I know, that was kind of crazy.
How?
I don't like it when you get silent. Stop! Oh my god! I shouldn't have gotten vulnerable. I hate it.
Just doing a lot of thinking.
Okay, Honk.
No, God, there was something I wanted to piggyback off of with that. Damn it. I don't know.
I don't think it's selfish to want. Let me say this, and I think you could argue it either way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's selfish to want to have kids. I think it's biological.
Yeah.
I think it's, again, from my talk with AI, I think that is one of the defining, I almost said features. A quality of being a human being is like wanting to do human things. And that is a human desire to want to have children. People of all walks of life want to do it, can do it, some can't. That's great. But like, I don't think it's selfish. I think that's, I think it's natural.
Yeah.
And again, like I was saying, like there was like a small sadness to me. I think I'm also speaking, if this is going to be kind of real, if we're really going to get into it, I think the reason why I said I didn't want to, or like, I don't see myself having kids, it's because I look at my
pussy tight.
I want to keep it snatchy, Anna.
Yeah.
And speaking of snatch, my mom had 2 C-sections, so she's
tight as a whistle.
Tight as a whistle.
Yeah, my mom had a C-section too, so she's tight.
Yeah, and you can just tell by our moms. That's why they act the way they do. It's tight pussy energy.
It's never been loosened up.
Everyone talks about big dick energy. We need to put more respect on the tight pussy ladies.
Yeah, it's so true.
The tight pussy brethren, if you will.
Before I cut you off by saying that, what were you gonna say?
Honestly, I was saying, I look at my dating history and
you go, more of that, please.
And I go, I'm doing it right. I'm doing it, dare I say, tight?
Yeah.
And I'm doing it in my family. So this is where but I'm saying, like, I wouldn't want to, especially from my childhood was filled with yelling. There was beautiful parts to it too, but like there was so much chaos. There's no fucking goddamn way I would co-sign bringing a sweet innocent baby into this world in a tumultuous home.
Yeah.
Not doing it.
Yeah. No,
because I know how much that hurts, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I know. It's It's crazy because, like, one of my best friends has a baby now, which is
the baby's
nuts.
so cute.
I know, I love him. I was with him yesterday, and I'm so close with Annika. I've known her forever, and it's still crazy, like being around her baby. I'm like, I like don't know what to do. Like. It's like still kind of like, I don't know how to talk to him. And there's this weird thing with babies where I've always felt this, like when they're just like kind of silent, I'm like, are they like judging me? Do they think that I'm like scary and weird? Like, no. I don't know like what to do with the fucking baby.
But that's so interesting. That's where your mind goes. No, like I feel like babies and animals aren't going to judge you because like they're like that's like the most pure form of innocence. Like I feel like they're so brand spanking new, like their brain is not even all the way formed, like they're just like taking you in.
So God, yeah, it's wild. It's so wild watching your close friends with babies. I'm like, I can't believe this came out of you, bitch. Like you're such a cokehead. What the damn hell?
Yeah, like there used to be drugs up in that pussy.
There used to be drugs up in that pussy.
And now you created like a sweet little alien.
The sweetest little baby. It was so funny. He has this like little drum set. And I was like playing with it yesterday and just doing like, the very like little tapping noises. And he's just like, he starts dancing and he's like smiling. And I'm like, that's so cute. With just like a little beat and how fucking excited he gets. Babies love to dance.
And see,
it's so cute.
It's pure. And this is why therapists always say, like, in order, if you really want to like do a lot of healing, like you got to heal that inner child, because that's like where like we
hook up with a baby.
You gotta hook up with a baby, dude.
Hooking with babies.
Yeah,
I love that.
You gotta get in while.
Yeah, no, I know it.
Well, yeah, because you had a busy day yesterday. With your man.
With my 1.5-year-old man.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that I would be like 5 months pregnant now.
Cooking up something mean for us.
Dude, we would have known if it was a boy or a girl.
Dude, you could have been pregnant with Jip Jip. Gypsy Rose.
Oh my God, I know. And no, Hailey Bieber already had her baby.
Yeah, she already. Yeah, no, you're never gonna be like Hailey Bieber.
I'll never be like Hailey Bieber.
But Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah, she's
Margot Robbie, Gypsy Rose, and Gabby Lamb. But let me say this. Actually, I think you said it, but I really am interested to see. Do we know the sex of Gypsy Rose's baby?
I know.
Yes, please, Alex. Because I hope it's a girl. Is that wicked?
Maybe it is a girl. I think she found out that it is a girl.
I want it to be a girl because I want it to be the reincarnation of her mom.
It will be. Do you want me to give you a story?
Yeah. And Alex, I need to know the sex of that fucking baby. Thank you, Alex.
Of course. I feel like it is a girl. Okay, so the subject today, you guys, is things that you've done that you'll never do again.
Anal sex with your dad?
I'll do that again, honk.
Protected or unprotected?
Unprotected.
It's a girl! Oh!
That's that bitch's mom reincarnate.
That's Mama Jib.
That is what's the mom's name?
Dee Dee fucking retard or whatever. Blanchard.
Yeah, you guys.
Blanchard.
That mom is coming back.
Oh, that mom's coming back with vengeance.
Big time.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Bro, you know that mom said, oh, you thought you got rid of me? I'm coming right back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah. Dude, that is insidious that she's having a girl.
What is something you would do that you would, I know that is insidious, that you've done that you would never do again?
Talk to ChatGPT because that was horrifying.
Hook up with Lee.
Dude, I'd never even do that.
Again.
Well, no, because that's your man. And after like watching what you guys went through, hours and hours of oral.
Yeah. And I didn't even come.
Well, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So true. Yeah.
What's something I would do that I would never do again?
You already said anal with your dad. That was a good one.
I know. You were trying to look for something incest in my eyes.
Yeah, I was.
I know. I could see
we've
it.
already covered every incest anything we could ever cover.
Dude.
What would you do? What about hook up with your ex?
Hell no.
Really? Been there, done that. Over it. Yeah. Okay.
So okay. But would I do it again? No, but I've legally done it again. So that's how I know I wouldn't do it again because I've done it again.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Would you, we can cut this, but would you date a bald again? By bald, I mean your dad.
I would only date my dad, but the other balds, no.
Okay, other balds, no, but your dad?
Yeah, but my dad.
And that tongue movement was you licking his bald head for good luck. He doesn't listen to this, right?
Who knows? Fuck. I remember one time I saw a bunch of blackheads on the top of my dad's bald ass head, and I was like, that's the grossest thing I've ever seen. It was like a patch of blackheads.
Wow. So kind of like gross. A herd.
It was really gross.
Wow.
Ew.
Maybe they were migrating.
Ew.
One time I found skin cancer on my dad's head. And then he uninvited me from his birthday party and I was really upset.
Yeah.
And then it's because he actually went through a cancer treatment and so his whole face was like swollen and his skin was falling off. Okay, and he didn't want me to see it.
He couldn't have a birthday party still?
And I said, I'll still fuck you.
Yeah. You still would have.
Yeah.
Was he afraid that you wouldn't? That's what he was afraid of.
He was shy.
Yeah.
And I said.
He said, no. No, I'm coming for you.
I'm
coming for you. I'll come for you.
Oh. Would you ever peg your mom again?
I don't think I'd peg my mom again.
I knew it. You're just not a top dude.
It's like my mom's, it's just like.
Because she's too tight, you got jealous?
It's like, no, her like, it's not even like about her being tight. It's just like, she's just kind of has a dirty butthole and I'm just like not into that.
But.
One is enough and mine is.
You said there can't be two of us, queen.
So true.
Well.
I don't know if I don't know.
Are you actually thinking about your mom?
No, I'm actually, I was thinking about if I'd ever get another abortion, but I guess it would be like, it'd have to be if, I don't know. I guess it'd have to be one of those things where I got
like,
pregnant.
By your dad, you're keeping it?
My dad, I'm keeping it, but anybody else, don't know.
You're out?
You're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would do another abortee.
Depends. I don't know. If I got pregnant today, probably. But also, God, it was like so physically draining. I don't know if I would.
Making that little trailer for our, or like the trailer for our Insta, like cutting up the episode, it was really, like watching you go through that again, I was like, oh shit.
It's so gnarly, dude.
And then there's that girl on TikTok who just had a miscarriage and she had to take abortion medicine to like clear the rest of it out.
Yeah.
And she was bedridden. She was like, that was the most painful thing.
Horrible.
Also, until you went through that, I never once knew that I knew it was psychologically extremely difficult.
Idea.
I had no idea an abortion was painful.
Yeah.
I legitimately didn't know.
I'm trying to make a joke about it right now about how like it was the most painful, like physically painful thing I've ever gone through.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, God, this is so unfair. And then I think about it and I'm like, you know what? Actually, fine. If I can kill you, you can throw some punches on the way out.
That's legit funny.
Is that funny?
That's legit funny. That took me a second, but that's legit funny.
I have to figure out how to word it, but
yeah,
we'll see.
You can throw some punches on the way out.
If I'm allowed to kill you, you can throw some punches on the way out.
What I will never do again. I had... Oh.
Okay. Okay.
And this is what happens when the men find this podcast. Okay.
Oh, it's a man.
I had extracted some DMT, a short-acting psychedelic, and had about 2 grams of the stuff when I heard it was a good idea to insert some of this drug into your anus.
Oh, yes. Okay. This is a man. Of course it's a man.
A procedure known as boofing.
You boofed DMT? Only men would do this. Only men would do this. No woman is going to be like, you know where this would be good? Up my fucking asshole.
I had an ex who was legally a man trick me into smoking DMT, and I thought it was weed, and I smoked it, and I was like, oh my God, this tastes like gasoline. And he was like, oh, it's DMT. And then
not you thinking it was weed.
Well, it was in a pipe. Anyway, should have boofed it.
Should have boofed it.
What I forgot,
Lesson learned.
What I forgot was that the pH of the DMT was well above an 11.
What does that even mean?
Hey, guess what? Literally don't know. So when the DMT hit pretty soon after insertion, so when the DMT hit pretty soon after insertion, I could already feel the sensation of the high pH dose of DMT burning my asshole.
Don't say insertion.
Insertion. It took about a month for things to get back to normal.
Excuse me?
I'm telling you, do not try shoving DMT up your bum without adjusting the pH level. P.S. Besides the mishap, it was the best trip of my life. Right on, brother.
I need to know this. What does it mean that it took... Here's the other problem. If you were a woman, you would have gone into more detail about what that meant. What does it mean it took a month for things to go back to normal? What? Like your asshole? Like it ripped apart the inside of his asshole? Like what does that mean?
I think he got a chemical burn.
Right.
I don't think he was tripping because DMT doesn't last long. But I think that he...
A chemical...
Well, you guys, there's so much about butt stuff. You guys really annoy me.
Wow. Okay. A bunch of people who... I don't think I would ever do anal again, actually. That's for me.
Okay, do you not?
I don't think so. I was not into it. I was not into it. It was horrible.
Honk.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Maybe it was just the fact that I did anal with Craig Conant. So
you gotta stop. I know. You gotta like get a new credit, babe, because I can't have that.
Yeah.
Not that being your credit.
That's my anal credit.
And then you paid $75 for it because you got to take it right after.
I got to take it right after.
That was nasty of me to include that. I'm sorry.
That was used to be the joke. He is crushing it though, you guys. So.
And do you feel like you kind of like he like transferred some like cool energy through the butt play?
Through the anal?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The fact that Craig Conant came in my asshole is crazy.
I hate that you're dropping the first and last name.
Yeah,
it's like very
crazy.
irritating to me, and you know that.
It's so crazy.
Read this. And don't say the full thing. And you know what story it is.
Okay, so. Why would you give this to me and say don't read the full thing when you know that's all I want to do? You know that the only thing I want to do is read.
Okay, you can
so
say
the title of this email is violated by... I know you guys are going to yell at me if I say it, but this is what it says.
Okay, just say it. Just say it.
Violated by tranny pedophiles. So that's what it is.
So there's so many things
This is crazy.
wrong with that already.
There are a lot of things. Also, is this something you would never do again, or like is this just like a one-off thing that you just wanted to
Or you're
tell
like
us?
describing like your like last like wet dream. What's going on?
Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Hi, sweetie pie, girly girls. Already don't like that. Already don't like that.
You hate when people are nice to us?
No, because I can tell that she's going to be nasty. This is the time I hooked up. It's like, okay, you said it once. Do we have to keep saying it? This is the time I hooked up with a tranny pedophile. Also, no, okay, because here is the problem with that, is that it is gonna, like, that just, like, feeds into the conservative narrative of trans people being, like, sex offenders, which is not the case.
It's not the case. I will say this.
We all know that that's not the case, but okay, yeah, go on.
It's not the case. But I will say, actually, I will not.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. What I'm trying to say is that it makes it equal if you're like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Go on.
I don't know why it's so hard for me to articulate.
That straight heteros are also pedophiles. So
yeah,
it's the great equalizer.
basically, it's like this is the great.
No matter who you are, you can be a pedophile.
That's what I'm saying. I think
right.
but I also think that we're not in a place and time where, you know, trans people aren't viewed in society as equal.
That's
so like
true,
we don't need, there doesn't need to be a great equalizer.
Right.
This doesn't need to be the great equalizer.
The equalizer doesn't need to be the fact that you, no matter
that anyone
who
can
you
be
are,
a
can be a
pedophile.
pedophile.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say.
And I get that.
But then as I was talking it out, I go,
no, I get that.
And that's why I did the hand movement.
And we'll probably get some flack on this, but I mean, it is whatever. It's like, you guys, if you get it, you get it. We don't need that to be the great equalizer.
If this stays in the episode,
it will. But what it is beautiful to think though that no matter who you are, where you are, you too can be a pedophile.
Sometimes it gets you. When do you think you're going to turn into one?
When? I don't think it's a matter of when. I think the matter is, when am I going to stop?
Yeah.
That's not funny. That's like honestly not funny.
Do you like that you said that right after I was saying that you hooked up with your friend's baby?
That's horrible. You're so sweet. Huge dig.
Okay!
This is the time I hooked up with a tranny pet.
Stop!
Unbeknownst to me. Okay. I wanted to call... Dude, what is this damn story? Okay, I wanted to call this... to call this rape. Can we stop saying? Okay, honestly though, it's like I stopped saying tranny. I'm like, it's making me feel weird. But calling it rape
isn't that the bad word? Isn't that a bad word?
Yeah.
Not to sound stupid, but
yeah, it's not. It's not politically correct.
Oh.
I can't believe I know that.
Okay,
it's giving a woke. But rape is not exactly accurate. Oh. If I had known this woman was a pedophile, I would have never consented to anything sexual in the first place. I got sober when I was 19 and had been sober now for almost 12 years. However, getting sober so young only fueled the fire of a sex and love addiction that would almost end up taking my life. Gratefully, I've been sober and slow for 5 years. Congratulations. Have an amazing boyfriend and a pretty normal life and friends. Back when I was 23, I was in college and polyamorous. You know how this podcast feels about poly people.
Well, yeah, because there's...
You know how we feel about it. This really meant...
You love it because you are one.
No,
you fucking love
it. This really meant my boyfriend, who was 8 years older than me, had a huge dick that didn't work.
Oh.
So I would claim non-monogamy while I essentially cheated on him for 6 years. Okay, T. Yikes.
Oh, ooga.
I used every single app I could get my hands on, Grindr included.
Oh.
I was born female and identified as non-binary my entire 20s. I'm over it now. Girl, you are throwing me through a damn loop.
Wait, so are they?
No,
are they
now
he?
they're back to being woman.
Or she?
She's back to being she.
This is she.
Because she was born female, identified as non-binary, and now she's over it.
Okay.
So she's a she.
Okay.
You are hitting everything out of the park. We've got pedophilia, trans, non-binary, R-word, poly. Now we're just waiting for the incest.
Oh.
And this will be a perfect tea time story.
Fingers crossed.
I met this trans woman on OkCupid who ended up knowing two of my really good... OkCupid? What are you, 49? Who uses OkCupid?
Oh my God.
Okay.
My mom, and she's going on a date
with an 81-year-old.
With an 81-year-old. I told you that?
Yes.
My mom's going on a date with an 81-year-old.
And that's on OkCupid.
And that's on OkCupid.
Girl, what the damn hell? Okay, so... Yummy. I met the trans woman on OkCupid who ended up knowing two of my really good friends that were in art school with me. Oh, there's another one. Of course you're in art school. You are exactly.
But if she was going by they, the art school thing I think you have to legally go by they if you're going to do art school.
You do have to be non-binary to be in art school.
Yeah,
that's true.
You have to be a non-B.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
God, had I taken a different path in life, had I gone to art school, I would absolutely
Dude, I can see you being a they.
I would be they them for sure.
Like, I honestly, when we had Kara on and she was saying she goes by she, they, I saw something kind of light up in your eyes. And it wasn't anger for once. It was kind of like curiosity and, dare I say, jealousy. You dirty little they.
Okay. Okay, so they're in art school. These friends said I would really get along with this woman and to go for it. She still presented very masculine with a beard and all. Okay, so it was just a man saying that they were...
You want to know what it's giving?
What?
Wait, look at me.
Can't read lips. That's hilarious. Yes, it is. It is absolutely giving that. Somebody that we know that was always a man and then was just all of a sudden like...
So they said, okay.
I'm a woman now, but like still presented exactly as a man. It was a man. He was a man. And he was like, no, I'm actually a woman now. And you're like, you're actually...
And don't worry, I went on a date with this person and they literally told me, they were like, yeah, I just go by, I just tell everyone that I'm a trans woman because I pull so many bi girls and I get booked on way more shows now. And I said... Okay, so you actually are a devil. How about that?
You are a devil. So, okay. So she still presented very masculine with beard and all. No medical transition as of yet. So she just looked like a scrawny nerd with glasses. Okay. So this is describing that person you went on a date with. She ended up coming over and we went shoplifting. Oh, what a cute date.
Wait, I'm horny.
And we went shoplifting with my friend at a local Stop and Shop.
Okay.
We were in long conversation while you were shoplifting when she mentioned she was going to be in a documentary made by her friend. I asked her what the documentary was about, and she said it was too personal to discuss at that moment. I heard from my friends her mother had been a prolific hoarder, so I assumed prolific. So I assumed it could be about that and chose not to push the issue. I am stupid. I just want to let you know I have no idea where this story's going.
Me either, but I'm strapped in, sweetie.
Yeah. That was a juicy one. We made out that night.
Okay.
And she fucked me with my glass dildo.
Okay.
Does she not want to have sex with her penis because she's...
So this is actually normal.
Is it?
For like, yeah, like trans people will sometimes have like, it's very like common to have gender dysphoria.
Okay.
And so sometimes they won't want to like...
Use their...
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I blew her a little. Well, okay.
Oh.
So...
Well... And at the end of the day, I want it to go on record. I don't know shit. I don't know shit about shit.
Sometimes we think we know things and then one sentence later we go, never mind.
But that's also the beauty of these tea time shit fuck stories is you never know where they're going to go. And this is a good story, by the way.
Don't worry. She describes the penis. I blew her a little. She had a very pretty uncut dick that was light pink. Almost cartoonishly cute.
Okay. Okay.
The intimacy didn't last long.
Oh.
Afterwards, in my post-coital glow, I decided to ask about the documentary. She got up and stood in my room with a straight posture, like she was about to give a class presentation.
What the fuck is she going to say?
She then said,
What, Gabby?
I am a minor attracted person. Hey, don't make a documentary about this. Hey, so if there's one thing, what you should do is actually check yourself into a psych ward.
I'm sorry.
And not make a documentary about
But
this.
also, you know how people say unhoused? That's what the pedos are now doing. What do you mean I'm a minor attracted person?
Yeah. No, you're a pedophile.
You're a pedo.
Yeah. Yeah, don't try and make it...
I'm a minor attracted person?
So...
You're a faggot. Don't say I'm a minor attracted person.
Don't try and make it like cute.
Don't be woke about being a pedo.
Yeah, that's so true.
Are you goddamn...
I wish we could clip this up, but we can't because it'll be taken down immediately. But that's so true.
You guys.
Don't try and make it woke.
Shut the fuck up. Now the pedos are getting on this fucking brigade.
But we have to like respect it. And you want to know what the problem is?
What's the goddamn problem?
I'm going to tell you what the problem is here. And don't fucking come for me. The problem is here is that this is a man who is trying to get out of like being in trouble by then being like, no, but I'm actually I'm actually a woman. No, you're actually just a guy that is into children.
You're a guy that's into children. And then this is what the far
and you're trying to cover
right,
it up.
The far extreme right thinks that all queer people.
So
and
you're
all
taking
trans
away from
people,
the real queer experience.
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
You're besmirching the trans name.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, you're not a minor attracted person. You're not a trans woman. You're a fucking weird
You're
devil.
a guy named Devin who's attracted to kids.
Yeah.
You're a regular,
and that's why
you're a regular fucking weirdo. You're just a guy.
And she, okay, I'm like,
and the thing is like, don't even try to be like, you guys, this is so insensitive that you're not still that this is a trans woman. No, it's a guy. It's a guy.
No, because you want to know what? We're not being trans haters. We're being man haters.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. This isn't an issue. Yeah, no.
And that's predatory to like try and like hide, like trying to like shield yourself.
Yes.
With an oppressed community.
Yes.
So you don't get
in trouble.
Yes,
yeah.
in trouble.
No, it is. It's exactly, you are taking away from what it is to actually be a trans person.
Yeah,
by then trying to be like, no.
You're trying on a costume so you don't have to try on a jail cell.
That's exactly right.
A prison uniform, whatever.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Ooh.
Sometimes I wish we could fight the people that are in these stories.
So they get up and
I'm a minor attracted person.
She then went on to explain how she had childhood sexual trauma. Oh, so you think you're special? Join the club. True. And that it had formed her sexually to become an adult who was attracted to children. I'm gonna put a pin in this. A lot of people experience childhood sexual trauma and do not become sexual predators as a result. Yeah. I do realize that like that does happen, of course, but like it's like not an excuse.
That is a real now look, because now we're getting into kind of like dark, deep waters. Like, that is a real thing. Doesn't mean it's okay. It's like, you know, if you were abused as a child, doesn't mean that you get to go like, oh, well, I'm actually punching you in the face and knocking your teeth out and like, and choking you out because, you know, that's what my old man used to do to me. So it's my childhood trauma. It's like, no, you're being a fucking monster.
Yeah, you're being a monster.
And it doesn't fucking matter.
And if you have the enough self-awareness to know that that's where it comes from,
then you need to get help.
You
also like, especially if you haven't acted, especially if you haven't acted on it, you need to be able to go get help and be like, hey, like to a psychiatrist.
Well, maybe this person hasn't acted on it, and that's why they're making a documentary about it. Maybe they are just admitting that they're attracted to.
Okay, now you're being friends with this person.
I know. So let's see where it goes. Okay, this is a wild story. She had formed her to sexually become an adult who's attracted to children. She said she was harmless and that she would never actually harm a child. Okay. And that the documentary was going to highlight people, like her. She also told me she had been outed as a pedophile at her church. A Christian pedophile? Checks out. And that she was no longer able to be involved. Okay, but you know what? In hers defense, I feel like everybody in the church is a pedophile. Anyway, and that she was, you want to know why they kicked her out of the church? Is because they were all like, don't tell our secrets,
because that's actually tea.
They were all like this.
You're gonna ruin the fun, you idiot.
Yeah, keep it in. Just molest the children in secret like we do. Yeah. Don't try to expose us.
You can be trans, but you just can't be an open pedo.
Yeah, we want to keep doing this.
We want to keep having youth group be a little touchy-feely surprise.
Come on, now we got to get rid of you. God damn it.
You idiot.
Yeah, literally. She told me she had been out as a pedophile in the church. Okay. And that she was no longer able to be involved in the children's ministry or be alone with any of the children. Okay. But how was she outed as this if she had never done anything? Was she just telling people?
I mean, it seems to be a loudmouth fucking bitch if she's making a fucking documentary.
She had to sign an official document saying she wasn't going to harm any children at her church. So harmless? Doesn't sound like it.
Gab. Yeah. She had to sign thou shall not touch
literally.
any kids.
Well, it's written down, so I guess I can't do it anymore.
I shall not finger Marcus and Persephone. It's like, what? And then she still is allowed. It's like,
this information shocked me to my core. Yeah, I get that. I called my boyfriend and my best friend and cried on the phone.
Oh, honey.
I confided in my roommate, who was a childish, anorexic sorority bitch. One of the ugly sororities. Don't know what that means. And she was so freaked out by this that she moved out the next day.
Oh.
Really?
Okay.
I literally came home to find all of her stuff gone with no notice. I felt extremely disgusted with myself and violated. Well, you didn't know. Like, you didn't know.
Also, actually, no way.
I contacted my two friends in art school who knew the pedophile and told them what happened. One of them literally said, oh, this is fucked. One of them literally said, oh, you didn't know?
Oh!
What do you mean, you didn't know?
Not being so cavalier about that. So blasé.
Imagine hooking your friend up. Imagine if I hooked you up with somebody.
You would, though, dude.
That is so true.
You
for the
so
tea.
would.
Yeah, I would.
You so would.
That's so true, I would.
But imagine to do it like, yeah.
Yeah. But I would do it like as a gag.
Yeah, you would. That's the thing.
I would do it as a bit.
You would without, and you want to know what? I would do it to you too as a gag.
Yeah, as a gag.
But to do it to someone we wouldn't do a gag. Wait, what?
No,
to do it to someone serious, that is legitimately a crime against someone's spirit.
I can't believe we're only 2 stories in and it's almost an hour.
Don't worry, we're gonna repeat this prompt, but
there's so many more stories. What the fuck? She's since apologized, but I literally felt a part of my heartbreak because I felt like I had finally fit in somewhere after being a BPD insane monster for years. This story has everything. A few years later, I saw this pedophile at a local pride event in the same city. I immediately found her on Facebook, messaged her, and confronted her about what had happened. She again tried to excuse her sexual attraction to children by saying she was abused as a child. She also said she had recovered and was no longer identifying as a pedophile. Okay, that's not something. And that she had grown. This person needs to be executed.
How people have like, yeah, I was bisexual in college. That's what they're giving. Like, yeah, I was a pedophile in the 90s.
Yeah, you can't identify. Like, there's no such thing as like, oh, I no longer identify as a pedophile.
Like how this girl was like, yeah, I was they, them in my 20s, but then I'm just she, her
yeah.
again. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to be like, yeah, I dabbled with, kitty tickling, and now I said, never mind, I'm off the stuff. I'm clean. I'm all good. It's
no, I no longer.
That's a permanent record offense.
She asked how she could make the situation right, and I said she should kill herself.
Ah!
She said it was a really fucked up thing to say to a trans woman. I regret nothing. This person
but you want to know
is
what?
A perpetual insane victim.
That's weaponizing their identity.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's predatory and manipulative.
It is.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, shut the fuck up.
Because you don't get to go, oh, you're attacking me, a trans woman, when you're literally saying that you fantasize about attacking children. Because that is an attack on a child.
It's so true. Was the documentary ever made?
Because I'm trying to get a link.
Literally.
No, it's just like on 4chan or whatever.
I would eventually get sober and slow, stop having casual sex, and find Jesus. Okay. I'm much happier now than I've ever been, and I feel safe all of the time. Thank you so much for this podcast. I love you both so much. Gabby, thank you so much for the transparency about your abortion. You're welcome. I had an abortion at 24, and I am unfortunately one of those corny fucks who regret it deeply. Hey, it is what it is, sis. Just what a 24-year-old sober active sex BPD bitch would have needed. A fucking baby. Still, my feelings are valid. Yeah, they are. Mm-hmm. Good riddance. I'm not gonna read that. That's too mean.
Wait, what?
Just read the last sentence. Hey, we're not reading that.
Wow.
I will say it's the meanest thing you could have ended on.
But I will say this is one of the best stories. This was like a really interesting.
I like that she ends on that though. But like 2 sentences before that was like, I found Jesus and I feel safe.
It was such a like interesting, like bizarre story, and like ends on like a really sweet, like meaningful note, and then goes back to this, and then bookends it with "Love you both."
Yeah.
And you know what? We love you too.
I'm sorry we're not reading that on the live. It's a little too much.
We're trying to like we want our lives.
Not that being too much, but reading a story about a trans pedophile the whole time wasn't.
Wait, I know.
We'll do another one.
Yeah, we'll do. Want to do one more?
Yeah.
Yeah, do one more. Maybe make it like not too.
I
And then we'll do this prompt again, you guys.
I'm sorry. What was the thing that you would never do again?
But her thing, I mean, I guess hook up with that person.
Yeah, I get. This is a really long one.
Maybe not. Let's not do it super
really long. Okay.
But star it if you already opened it so we know. I'm trying. Yeah, I think she was like saying that she would never.
Oh, God damn, you guys. These are really long. Okay. Here we go.
What's the title, Honk?
Drugs and vaginal trauma.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was a wild. Wow, dude.
That was a wild one. Okay, drugs and vaginal trauma. Hi, Mommy Harper and Uncle Gabby.
Yeah.
Oh, the more you don't like it, the more I do like it. Okay. One thing I will definitely never do again is whippets. Yeah, honestly, I'll co-sign that.
Have you done whippets?
Yes, girl. I used to be friends with
really?
When I first moved to LA, I kind of fell into this weird friendship group with a bunch of Swedes. So I would like party up in NoHo with all these Swedish people. And one time Eli drove up from high school because he was like going to school. That's like when he had already moved out. And so he was like, you know, living like an hour and a half down south. He drove up. I took him with me to NoHo and we all did whippets in this random Swedish person's apartment.
Not you doing whippets with your high school brother.
With my high school brother. I'm like,
okay, you want to know what you're giving right now?
You
Trans pedophile.
You fucking wish, dude. That's literally you with your 1-year-old boyfriend. But anyway. But they were so awful. They were so and then the guy who bought all the whippets, he ended up getting deported to Sweden like a week later.
Wow.
I know, it was crazy.
The only time I remember a couple of years ago when I was like hanging out with Kristen Stewart a lot, we were in New Orleans for her birthday and for some reason TJ Miller was there. Oh yeah, because they were shooting a movie and we were at a strip club in New Orleans and TJ Miller was doing whippets the entire night with strippers. And that was my introduction.
And didn't he have like a wife at the time?
Yeah, I think he's still married to her. Oh. Unless I got divorced.
Not you just airing out this full fucking tea. Not cutting it. Okay.
Wow. Yeah. We're
gonna have to watch this one back.
And that was my introduction to whippets.
But you didn't do it?
No, but I got so blackout drunk I threw up all over her cake and then her dad had to drive me home.
Oh my God.
And on the drive home, her dad was driving me back to
You threw up all over that bitch's cake?
Yeah, he threw up all over the bitch's cake. And on the drive home I remember I was sitting in the car with her dad and I was like, I'm just so proud of your daughter. Oh. He was like, I am. And I was like, her career is amazing.
You're like, I could be your daughter too.
Yeah. You want a little fucky Jon Stewart?
Yeah, how much you adopt me?
Yeah. Throwing up on myself.
Dude, maybe we can cut this, but do you think that you throwing up on her cake is why she didn't donate to your cat fund?
Remember when she was like, I have a place for you. What did she say? She was like, it was when my cat was really sick and she was like, girl, go to my vet.
You're gonna love it.
And I
was like 20K.
Yeah, I was like, thanks. Okay. And I was like, oh, thanks.
And you're like, do you want to do tea time? She goes, afraid not.
We did. She did say she wanted to do it, but she's such a hard bitch to get a hold of that I was
it's
all right.
But it's like when you say like you want to do lunch with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one on the list, Hannah Einbinder, star of Hacks.
We got a seat waiting for you, sis.
Hey, Hannah.
Sister, come on down, sister. Okay.
I wonder if she'll still do it. She wouldn't. There's no way she'd do it now.
This podcast, especially after this episode.
Hannah, you might be up for an Emmy, but we need you on Tea Time because guess what? We need to at least get to 4,000 views an episode.
Hannah, we have to talk. That was just for us. That's just for us and Alex. Okay, let's actually read this whippet story. All right. I was 17 and in between having no friends or school, and I had nothing to do besides watch TikTok 20 hours a day, and play with myself,
Me, that's so me.
Yeah, around this time, I developed a binge eating disorder. Me. One dark night, I tiptoed into the kitchen and found a can of whipped cream. Oh, damn. This is how you were doing it. No, this is me as fuck.
You love whipped cream.
You love putting it up your ass, so how about that? Anyway.
I wish.
Okay, cream in the fridge and decided to use it for something other than its intended purpose. After spraying the nitrous oxide into my mouth like 4 times, nothing happened. I was like, what?
This is why humans shouldn't be left alone for too long.
And this is why AI is essentially saying y'all had centuries and centuries to get it right. Y'all didn't. So you're out. We're in. Fuck you.
That's so true.
And you can't even argue with it.
Yeah. You guys are going to put you guys are going to put whipped cream up your assholes and invent cyber trucks. You're out.
And I had my underage brother and my 19-year-old self with Swedes that were all like 27, 28, doing whippets in a closet at a party in North Hollywood.
My favorite thing about being young and hanging out with like way older people is that you gaslight yourself. You're like, it's because I'm so mature.
No, yeah. Gabby,
these 40-year-old guys want to hang out with me because I am so mature.
I'm just kind of mature for my age.
I'm literally not like other 17-year-olds.
No, and also, especially like being in our 30s now, can you imagine letting a 19-year-old, like my cousin was over last night. Shout out to Sydney. Love you so much.
How old is she?
Sydney's 24. And even that, like, you're young.
She's young. I like her a lot.
I love her.
Yeah.
She's great.
You know what she has? She's a really nice voice.
Beautiful voice. Yeah.
It's really like very, it's like deep, very pretty. I love that she immediately got into talking about medication
and her job, which we can't talk about on here, but
we can talk about being medicated. And I had to get back on Lexapro because it was not looking good for me out there, you guys.
She loves this podcast, and it really meant a lot to her to get to talk to you. It was really cute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she really loves it.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It was very sweet.
Yeah, I really like her. I don't think we've really ever spoken.
But I do want to just give a little quick shout out, a little apology to Sydney, because she said that she was going to pick me up last night, and then I got home and I was really tired, and I was going to just be late to our little cousin hang. And then she starts calling me, and I was in the middle of talking to you and Kate. I look at the phone and I put it down and I continue my story. And then she's like, hello. And so she was outside our window and funny. She watched me hang up the call. So I just want to say shout out to Sid, aka Squid, and I'm sorry.
Wow. That's like the worst nightmare scenario.
No, but she's such a real one, and she knows me, and she knows that it's literally no bad blood.
Yeah.
But you do that to like a tier 3 friend.
Oh,
friendship ender.
Big time.
But it takes a strong person to like watch.
It's because she's on so much
medicine,
so much medication.
My haunted shit, and she also knows it's not even personal.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I saw you fucking hang up on me anyways. I'm still coming in here.
And she's like, guess what? I still can't feel a thing though because I'm on so much Lexapro.
She's like, you will not rattle me. And I go, yeah. And you're fucking right.
So true.
Anyway, back to the whippets. One dark night, I tiptoed into the kitchen and found a can of whipped cream. She sprayed that nitrous shit. Yeah, nitrous oxide into my mouth like 4 times. Nothing happened. I was like, WTF? Then it all hit me at once, and there was this massive pressure on my head and spirals everywhere. I was seeing colors that didn't exist. Poop brown. It lasted less than 10 seconds, and I woke up on my bedroom floor. Whoa. I didn't do it again. At the time, I didn't know that I was literally depriving my brain of oxygen and that it can literally kill you. So yeah, never doing that again. So spooky-ooky vibes. I would rather... Oh, no, here it is. I would rather burn my clit on a hot grill than do that again.
Are you serious, dude?
Wait, I just seriously...
That's gnarly.
I know. Okay, Miss Clit. I'm 21 now, and I can say that... And I can say something else I'll never do again is receive a pap smear from someone who isn't a doctor. So...
Yeah, so now here's the thing.
I don't know what you and your uncle are doing down there, sweet girl, but... We're not letting just like any old man withers come on in.
I'm sorry. Who did you go? Where would you even go?
It's giving Sloop overnight.
It's giving your roommate.
It's giving literally Yumi and Kate in her room.
Yeah, it is. It's like me being like, hey, Honk, I think I have a yeast infection. Can you come take a look?
Yeah. It's like when we
and then like me putting my legs up and you getting a spoon and putting it in my pussy and digging the stuff out.
Remember when you and I were showing each other our hemorrhoids and we were just like we were seeing like whose is bigger and like where like the location is? That's literally the exact same thing.
I'm so sorry. I'll never let somebody who's not a doctor give me a pap smear again. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
And then she goes, FML, bled for like 4 days, but that's a story for later. No, it's a story for right now.
Who?
Fuck you.
Who looked in your pussy that's not a doctor?
Who?
Huh? That's a story for another day. It's actually, no, because, you guys.
Girl, you better write back in.
Who fucking looked
I'm about to say your whole name. That's how pissed off I am at you. You better
looked in your whole pussy?
Who?
That wasn't a doctor.
And you better write in. I don't care what the prompt is. There's some of y'all get a little special pass. I don't care what their next prompt is. It could be like tax evasion. I want you to write in what the hell. Who the hell was giving you a pap smear?
Bled for like 4 days. What, did they use a knife? What are you talking about?
Chopsticks?
Like
razors?
Come on.
Dude, I'm giving you when we go home.
Okay, literally, that would be so nice.
Wait, okay, you guys, on Patreon, I'm giving Gabby a pap smear.
See you on Patreon. Bye, Honks.
Bye, Honks.